Hey, Raider Nation, how you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. We are what a one day away from football. Football is finally back. And what better way to open it up is sending Cliff Branch into the Hall of Fame and us being able to play in the Hall of Fame game against Jacksonville Jaguars. But anyway, welcome to another great episode of The Unfiltered Truth. I am your host, Phil Jones. Phil Robinson, he's somewhere. He'll probably show up and probably just go with this, how dare you start the show and shit without me, But hey, it is what it is. You damn right, Kate. I got me a fresh cut. I needed it. I feel good. I feel alive. Hope you guys are doing well. As always, if you're new to the channel, please, ladies and gents, subscribe. Subscribe to the Unfiltered Truth. Go on and send donations to the Unfiltered Truth like it's the daggone. Fuck all that shit. Let's get started. Excuse my language. I'm trying to cut back. All right, so earlier today, we got released with the unofficial depth chart. Now, I'm going to be real with you guys. Seriously. Everybody's like, oh, this is who we're going to have starting. We're going to have this guy starting. I mean, yes, you see your normal guys like Derek Carr and Hunter Renfrow, and you see Devontae Adams and, Jacobs and a few others in those starting roles, which, hey, that's going to happen. They're going to put that there. The thing of it is, they have to put a depth chart together before, I don't know, your first preseason game is on Thursday night. So you got to put something together. You're not going to just up and decide, oh, yeah, after everything we've been seeing so far, everybody's like, well, they got Alex Leatherwood. He's starting at right tackle. I'm going to explain to you guys. That means nothing right now. Okay? Because I'm going to be real here. I think the Raiders have already made their decision with who they want at right tackle. I think they still want to see what Leatherwood can do, get some work in. He's going to be there getting work on Thursday night. But so far, from what I've heard and what I've been told, they love what Brandon Parker has been doing since the offseason. So this is why, exactly, Q, this is why they say it is the unofficial depth chart. And I'm not going to lie. I am going to bust out and get a few laughs in because there's some people that are overreacting. It's so-called shocking. And I'm just like, hold on, how the fuck is this shocking? And again, I just dropped another F-bomb, and I'm about to put that in the swear jar. How is it shocking? Okay? We're one of the two teams that got started early with training camp. You got to have things put together. It doesn't mean, oh my gosh, this is what we're going to have week one. I don't care about what we have right now on this depth chart. Okay? Everybody, like literally, I've seen on the timeline, and I'd love to get the brother Robinson in here.
What's happening?
Hello.
What's good?
And I'm just going to say the overreaction with the whole, oh my gosh, have you seen the depth chart? Oh, is that going to be our D tackles? Did you see who they have on the back end? So you were wrong. They're gonna have Jonathan Abrams starting at safety, and Duran he's gonna be backing up Morag. I'm like, oh my gosh. Why are they running a 4-3? I thought they were running a 3-4. That's all I've been hearing within the last 8 hours. My gosh, people.
The sky has fallen. I thought you knew, but I have great news. Alex Leonard was going to start at right tackle, bro. He's number 1 on the depth chart.
I know.
That is amazing.
Hey, everybody's they're like, oh my gosh, did you see, bud? Did you see? Did you see that he's going to be doing this? And then you got the other folks that are like, yo, how is this guy not ahead of everybody? And I thought he was doing good. I thought he was doing this. I thought he was doing that. I'm going to tell everybody, just go on and relax where you don't need to start relying on the baby aspirins. Seriously. We go through this year after year after year after year. Oh, there's a major problem we have to worry about. Darian Butler. Okay, I will say this about Darian Butler. Yes, he is going to be playing inside, but he also can play on the outside. He can line up on the edge. He can do a lot of things.
But there's only one outside linebacker on the roster, Phil. On the depth chart, excuse me.
But that's funny because I'm looking at outside
linebacker 3-4 with only one outside linebacker. Phil.
Oh my God! What?
Running the 4-3. We must be doing it.
What? Boy, that's how I see some folks today. They're like, no. I mean, yeah, I'm starting to wonder. Some people I got to put them on suicide watch.
It is the Hall of Fame game, y'all. So relax. I doubt you'll even see a starter. So if you see somebody playing in this Hall of Fame game on Thursday, chances are you're looking at somebody who you probably won't be seeing in September.
I'll put it like this. They either get option A, they getting cut. Option B, they fighting for a roster spot. Or option C, you guessed it. We need to know, do we really have something good in this guy? Yeah, Dre, I've been tearing up that damn Joker meme, I swear.
Andrew Billings is starting defensive tackle. Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
And did Bilal Nichols get cleared from the PUP list, or is he still on it?
Yeah, he's still on it.
Yeah, that's impressive. We got a guy that's starting on the PUP list. They must know something we don't know, Phil. I think he's coming back.
Oh, Q down. Yo.
But
I'll send it to you. Shocking. I don't know what's funnier. This or the Biden look or the alien looking like Joe Biden.
You better get out of here with that. You better get out of here with that shit.
Yo, I can't unsee it. Oh,
you ain't shit for that. You ain't shit for that.
I mean, it is the offensive coordinator of Bishop Sycamore. And if you know, you know. But I mean, seriously. Nubian Queen, Q will show you. He'll show you what I'm talking about. It's the offensive coordinator, Bishop Sycamore, doing that. And that was funny as hell. Oh, I needed that laugh. I needed.
Good old scammer, huh?
I needed that laugh. Thank you.
Good old scammer Jeet.
That's what we gotta get. Yeah, Dre. He out here with that madness. I needed that. You know, we gotta unwind. Everybody's so tense. I'm just sitting back here like Homelander, like, relax. I'm not gonna kill you yet. But I will say this. Everybody that's been freaking out about the whole injuries, you know, I mean, it's been touched on, but again, this early in training camp, guys like Chandler Jones, Darren Waller, do I honestly want to put these guys at risk where these are game changers? These are some of your X factors on the field. These are some of your top 10 players from out of the NFL. I need to keep them rested. I need them ready to go.
Yeah.
Everybody getting all up and on. Oh my gosh. It sucks that, it sucks Michael Kaiser's season got cut short. But again, you look at who they've been looking at, who they've been working on more. Again, the names you're going to keep hearing from that linebacking core. Perryman, Jayon Brown, Butler, Kenny Young, Devon Diablo. Those are guys that are going to be really you're within your linebacking core.
Absolutely, and they're going to do work for you. But one of the funniest things, now we'll get to that, him and Waller in a minute. One of the craziest things about this is, and I'm just gonna break the glass in case of hating on everybody and shitting on parades. Don't expect to put much stock in this scheme that you see.
Nah.
Right now, they're looking to find that guys can block, so that they can defeat a block, they can tackle, they can shed a block, they can hold gaps, they can perform basic football maneuvers. That's what they're looking for right now. Yeah. You're not gonna see any razzle dazzle, nothing special, nothing is going on tape that another team could use against them.
Yeah, that's where I'm really at. I mean, everybody is just everybody getting triggered over little shit. I mean, you shouldn't be.
But you know how it is.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to come to being realistic. Okay, we actually have a front office that actually have good damn common sense. We have a organization now that's worth what $6 billion now,
valued at 6.0805,
about nearly $7 billion.
That's closer to 6 than 7.
Okay, all right, but still, my point is the Raiders of old have been dusted. This is a brand new day. I got a coaching staff that's like, hey, I'm going to put this man in the best position to succeed. I'm not going to continue to stick and say, hey, we're going to run this, knowing that this shit's definitely not going to work, but we're going to keep running it. No. We're not doing that anymore, ladies and gents. We have evolved. It's about damn time. That's all I've asked. Just for this organization to be able to evolve and go forth like everybody else.
Just looking for the little things, not looking for you to try to go out here and try to hit a grand slam with nobody on base. Not trying to go out here and reinvent the wheel, do something that nobody's done before. Rather, take the talent that we have, put them in the best possible position to succeed, ask them to do the things they do well, line them up in positions that they've played their whole lives and are familiar with,
Right.
and don't get them out there and suddenly decide that they need to do something completely different than anything they've ever done because you just know that they can do it. And then when it doesn't work out, we point the finger at them and we say, that guy's a bum. That guy's a bust. Him right there, he can't play. What is he doing? Why did we draft this guy to play that position? That's not his fault. So when you look at the tape, you see that he played a different position. When you look at the tape, you see that his footwork is geared to a different position, to a different side of the ball. So when you look at the tape, you know that when they tried to put him over on the side before, what's up, Dirty Low?
Hey, Dirty Low.
When they tried, it never worked. And so when you have these bright ideas that don't work, and now you got a guy whose confidence is once again completely shattered because now he's being asked to do something that he doesn't feel comfortable doing and flat out is not good at.
Yeah.
But like I said, now we point the finger at him and we say, that guy, that's the bum. That's the bust.
I don't know what to say on that one, man. I mean, that was the best way to put it.
We don't do that anymore here.
Yeah.
Those days are done. Said we drafting for position of need is what has been done. Said acquiring free agents in a position of need has been done. Every need that was on this roster has been met. And while we may or may not think about who has been brought in to address that need, I can still tell you it's been met. That need has been recognized, met, and dealt with.
And I have a lot of folks that ask me, well, what's wrong with the rookie? Why is the rookie not making the starting lineup? I'm like, well, to be honest,
because there's 5 guys better than him.
Not just that, but this team was not that bad last year. They weren't that bad. They just need better guidance.
More time they needed the benefit of that season.
They needed, I don't know, better coaches that could fix certain flaws in their technique.
Time to gel.
Because I'm going to be real. I went back and looked at what Brandon Parker did during the offseason. I've never seen Brandon Parker being able to get that low and still maintain that stance. His muscle memory in his hands and his for pass protection looks faster than what he's ever shown. He used to look sluggish coming out of there. He used to drag that right foot that he was supposed to kick back, and it was Captain Obvious. This is a whole different guy now. I know everybody's going to say, well, let's see it on the field. I mean, yeah. But when you're able to do that without the shells and pass, I mean, with pass protection, because he was always good at run blocking. But when you're doing the pass protection, able to kick back and able to give yourself that amount of space where you're able to work with certain, like, okay, well, I got to reach out. And he's not leaning. He's not stretching out and exposing himself like he would normally do. and falling on his ass or getting turned around. That's the one thing I've noticed about Parker is his form is completely different. It took like a whole 180 spin. So that being said, who knows what else they've done with, let's say, Andre James. Everybody was, unsure with him having his snapping issues at center. Some people felt that he was getting pushed back a lot. And I'm gonna be real. I looked at Andre James. Andre James packed on some pounds where he's like, I put some baby powder on my hand and slap the shit out of you. Say something to me.
Definitely bigger. Look, what is he, about 315 now?
I believe so, yeah. And I'm gonna say this: I was wrong. I was wrong on John Simpson. John Simpson looks bigger. He looks like he's willing to drive through a motherfucker. So, Linnell, I give you your props on that, brother, because you say, "Hey, what about John Simpson? What about John Simpson?" So, I'm only human, and it shows. I will admit if I'm wrong. All right, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I was wrong about John Simpson. John Simpson looks solid. He said he's going to hold his left guard position. I hope to see that he becomes better than what people have stated for him to become coming out of the draft. They saw him as only oh yeah, he's going to be like your main backup kind of guard. Yeah.
And it's not just him. You could say the same thing for Lester Cotton.
Yeah, because nobody.
We had penciled in him being replaced, was wondering why he was still on the team. And lo and behold, he's the starter producing, and he's done nothing but turn heads in a positive way.
Absolutely. And Lester Cotton is really showing a lot of folks why he wants that right guard position. And the one good thing I heard, Lester Cotton will drive right through you. He ain't letting anybody pass him either. Now, things could be different if, let's say, you get Bilal Nichols coming back or Jonathan Hankins, but I think Lester Cotton's going to be the guy that can really hold his ground, and I'm going to stick by it. We're probably going to see him in the preseason, see if he gets some work in. Maybe not Thursday, probably. I think it's the Minnesota game, so that's the second preseason game.
Yeah.
So we'll probably end up seeing him then.
Yeah, because I doubt we'll see anybody in the third game because that'll be after the joint practices with the Patriots. So
yeah, Cotton is at right guard. He's gonna be most likely, I'm gonna say, at 95% starting at right guard. I'm gonna say with Brandon Parker is at 95% starting at right tackle. I'm going to say left guard has already been secured. That left side is secured. Colt Miller, you ain't moving him.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Yes, they can, Linnell, yeah. They can be a physical team. And I go back and look at what New England did last year with that O-line. They just drove through motherfuckers. And then shit, I hate to say it. When we played them in 2020, they shredded us.
Mm-hmm.
Shredded. Ran right through us. They said, let's go on and put running back number 3 in. So
everybody
you think that that's not going to happen with who we have this year? Imagine you got Jacobs, Drake. Shit, I'm going to be real. Drake might be what we expected him to be last year, end up being this year. We might have Drake having about maybe 600-700 yards rushing.
That'd be awesome.
I'm going to be real. I think with the way they are mapping things out, this literally can be a high power offense where you just don't just stop the damn match.
Not just a high powered offense, but a pick your poison kind of deal. A lot of what we've heard the coaching staff say is that they adjust the scheme to the opponents and the competition. As constructed, the Raiders can do just about anything. They can line up with double, triple tights and just pound the meat right up the middle. Just keep
Whoa,
pounding.
whoa.
I know the way it sounded, but that's the way it's gonna happen. They just keep hand that shit off and keep pounding. Or they can spread you out and then just light up the field and hopefully light up the scoreboard.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Pause. But yeah, it can be a game where it's like, you know what? Let's shred these fuckers in there. You know what? Let's shred them in the ground game.
Mm-hmm. They can't handle it. They can't handle the physicality, so we're gonna keep serving it to them.
Because he's still getting beat off the snap. You heard me.
Cole, right?
Oh, no.
Or have we moved to Hollins now?
No. It's gonna be a mix now.
But it was always going to be.
Oh yeah, you can see
game plan specific.
Y'all gonna see a Hunter Renfrow on the outside, like we said a long ass time ago.
See a little bit of everything. Not gonna know what you're gonna see, and it's really
you're gonna see Hollins on the outside. You'll see Keelan Cole in the slot.
I'd like to see Hollins on the inside. Can he play the slot? And maybe give you something like what's old boy's name in Pittsburgh? Chase.
Claypool.
Claypool. There we go. And give you something similar to that.
Nah. I don't see that. Phil, why is it that you think Patrick Graham will run the 4-3 primary? I don't think he's going to run the 4-3 primary. Woo! Who told you that?
I did. I just said it.
Oh, you talking about doing preseason? Oh, yeah. Preseason, yeah. Regular season, shit.
That's hilarious. Dude, I was just busting your balls. There's one outside linebacker on the roster. And when I say the roster, I mean the depth chart.
Technically speaking, you do have two outside linebacking positions.
Two. Left a strong and a weak. So when we only have one outside linebacker on the depth chart, that kind of eliminates the 3-4 by process of elimination.
Remember I told you can get like a 3-3-5.
Now we're starting to talk about what they might actually run, which they're not supposed to be showing in the preseason. So I was going to touch on that 4-2-5, which if you look at the collection of linebackers that it shows on the depth chart, it is a much more suitable linebacking core for the said 3-3-5 or 4-2-5, which is what, Phil? A sub package. We should be in sub packages for 85% of the game.
Sir, not even 85% anymore, bro.
Yeah.
We at 90%.
90%. Said, not my words. Those are straight from Patrick Graham. So that's more or less what you're going to see, variations of that. But there'll be a bunch of different things. You can see a 164.
Nah, it's a
That's one.
it's a 155.
155.
Yeah. Now, if you wanna, you'll have a 614. Yeah, you can run that. Yeah,
run a 614. Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be all linemen. That could be a safety coming in the sub package kind of form as a linebacker, or you could just have all the fucking linebackers come down on the line of scrimmage.
Bunch of different.
But actually, come to think about it, yeah, it actually would be. It would be a linebacker, and then you're going to actually work and have a couple of the DBs circle around there where the single linebacker would be. It's like a how did he describe it? He describe it as like it's part of the odd. It's not part of the quarters package. It's part of not the sub quarter. I think it's a sub. It's a sub dime package.
Yeah.
I gotta pull through my books, man. What's that chapter? Hold up. Matter of fact, I might have it right here. Hold on.
Right here. We got it. But yeah, there's a variety of things that can be done, a plethora. We don't really need to go into that right now. We can save some of that for closer to
I mean, if you want to go into it right now, we can go into it.
I mean, we've already covered what it's going to be.
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, I can give him a whole lesson plan like a damn crazy ass professor. I mean, what you want to do?
What you want to do?
I mean, come on, what y'all want to do? You want me to explain the whole damn thing? You want me to draw the shit out? What the fuck you want me to do?
With the chalkboard, the old school projector. You got the shade.
Y'all don't want me doing the damn projector. Y'all don't want me to do a damn projector, yo. Y'all hate me. Y'all would hate me. Y'all be like, I'm sick of this man's shit.
Somebody gets it. 425 Abrams roaming, and
there we go.
You catch on pretty quick.
Oh, that's funny. It is funny.
Keep them at the line of scrimmage and in the box, and you'll be fine. That's all you got to do, which is why letting him roam in the box would be great.
Because you can make it seem like, okay, he's going to come down on the edge. That's what I'm saying. Patrick Graham explained this like a handful of times, even going back to New England days, where I can have one of my linebackers or whoever's in my sub package playing the linebacker position, coming up to the line of scrimmage, disguise himself as if he's either going to come off and blitz and rush the quarterback, or he's going to make one quick step forward and he's going to drop back and then go into space and cover this flat area. And maybe that's all they're going to have Abrams do a few times. And then, hey, within that game, I'm going to come on the opposite side, or I'm going to come through the inside right next to whoever's the linebacker or whoever the other two linebackers are, and take the A gap. Just make sure you don't get in the other person's way and cause a miscommunication, and then drop back. Maybe you might have two coming on one side trying to jump into one gap to cause disruption to break free as an overload, and maybe not. Maybe just one goes through, or maybe none goes through, and both drop back in the coverage. You can disguise and Abrams with a stunt. Yes, you can. It would be like Charlie snorting crack.
Line him up on the tight end on the outside when everybody thinks he's in coverage, and have your line slant away towards him.
Mm-hmm.
And he can come in and he can cross them on the blitz, and there should be a hole right in between the guard and the center on the backside.
Yeah. You want to know why the Giants always had a certain advantage over Tom when he was with Tampa Bay these last 2 seasons?
Coming up the gut.
No.
No, with the last 2 seasons, you're right.
Yeah, Patrick Graham already knew his number. The problem was, and he already knew Gronk's number as well. The problem is he just didn't have the right amount of talent to shut it down. I would highly, if you want to know more, I would highly suggest folks go back and look at last year's Bucks Giants game and the 2020 as well. I would definitely go back. It gives you some prime examples. And then if I were you, I would also go back to, I believe it's was it 2014? No, 20, I think it was 2012 season. It's one of the seasons. I go through, if you want to look at it, Phil, with New England's defense, how they were moving the linebackers around. You kept wondering, like, who the hell is Tully Kane? And then you start seeing these other linebackers popping up out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. That was Patrick Graham running all these weird, crazy disguises and stunts with the linebacking core, where it was making, this is going way before. It was making Peyton Manning so uncomfortable. He was like, what the hell am I looking at? And then Jay Cutler was having that problem. It was a handful of quarterbacks with the way they were using linebackers, and then having actually the DBs roam around. So when you look at guys like Ellis Hobbs, funny, we got a Hobbs on our team now. Mm-hmm. You go back and look at a few other guys. Even Patrick Chung. Shit, Patrick Chung was with them for a minute. You go and look at some of that, and they were always moving around. They weren't all set in one spot. They were always moving around. They were roaming. It's not just one guy that was roaming. He's had it where 2 guys, 3 guys will roam the area. So it's not just Abrams that we're going to see roam. And come to think about it, I actually got a few guys who I think they will have roam.
Said, bro, it's week 1 of the preseason. You giving up too much of the game, bro.
Hey,
the regular season.
I'm not giving away too much, because there's so much to talk about. That's the thing, sir. This book is probably over 1,000 pages.
Most playbooks are.
Not nowadays.
We're in the team that used to employ Gruden. They know all about 900-page playbooks.
All right. Crazy, ain't it?
Got to have a play for every situation, Phil. Literally everyone. Don't miss one.
No.
That other team did.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, when the dust settles, it's going to be really interesting when it's going to be real interesting. You got to love when somebody texts you when you're watching the show. But this is going to be real interesting when this 53-man roster gets set. So that being said, and I will be laying that out very soon. I say by probably by this weekend, I'll have that 53-man roster projection set up because there's a lot what is surrounding with these linebackers we have left and within the DBs. So you might see more DBs than what people expect. So
how the DBs been looking, Phil? Because we needed more DBs. You remember that?
Oh man, I think we're good. Yasin, Averett, Hobbs, everybody look good. We know Amik is apparently. I think Amik was out. I think he's hurt. I don't know if it's that bad, but I think he should be back. You got Phillips, and then you got a few other cats, and then you go back and look at the back end of the safeties with Harmon, Morag, Abram, and then Teamer and Gillespie. And let's not forget when Trayvon Mullen comes back, that's going to be another big help. And I'll draw some stuff up for you with how they're going to probably end up doing it, Phil. And this is very interesting. I like how I got about 15 pages of how the example should look. So I have that ready for you soon. You're going to look through it. You're going to be like, this intrigues me. You're going to be cheesing.
Are we going to learn the proper way, the proper defensive adjustment for a motion man?
Yes.
And whose responsibility is what, so that in the event that they try to flood a man zone.
You know what's funny? The one video we were actually talking about Monday is an example of what you should see in his defense. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope not, because not
with that miscommunication failure, but we're gonna see it.
Right.
Hey,
did you see the pipes on that boy, Trey? That boy got some.
He's here to rock your sins out of you.
Man, I'm telling you, if he get a hand on you, you ain't going nowhere.
Hey, he gonna take the sins away from you.
Rock them all away.
Hey, that's the toughest jersey to rock. You see what I did there?
Perfect jersey to rock.
I'm just saying.
I get it.
Rock your sin. That's funny. The Raiders need to come out with a good introduction for him when they announce "Rock Your Sin." It just need to be like just cold black flames around him.
Sin City, welcome the Rock. Said our man is here to rock you.
He's here to rock the sins away from you, brother.
You can have that. Absolutely. And let's see, Nick. Yeah, a big season from Yasin and Hobbs. I expect Trayvon Mullen to come back and do well. In addition, this secondary is coming together nicely. Said a lot of people have been sleeping on it, but now that they're finally out there, now that the beat reporters, the guys who are on the side of the practice field from about 200 miles away are telling you that those boys are out there looking semi-competent. Now all of a sudden we want to revise our opinions and start listening to you boys over here at the Unfiltered Truth, who've been telling you since the beginning that this secondary is the best secondary that you've seen in a while.
Oh, God, man, that was so fucking hilarious. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to be putting another $1 in this daggone swear jar, but, we actually did tell you first. Did the guy that looked like a thumb tell you? No. Did Pepper
Thumbelino?
Pepper Farms tell you? No.
Pepper Farms?
No. Did the person that was so triggered by somebody standing behind them when they were trying to film tell you? No. It was a guy named Jones and a guy named Robinson that told you. Okay.
Guys that are always telling you first.
Oh my gosh, all that crying for.
We gotta get him.
We did get him on.
Said you have signed 2 starting corners for still less than the price of what he signed for in Carolina. Last time, not Carolina, wherever it was he went.
No, he was with Carolina. You're right. He got traded to him.
And last time I checked, one guy can't cover both sides of the field.
Nope. Who will be a surprise cut?
Nobody.
Yeah. Damn, that's. I really don't have any surprise cuts.
Nobody. Pretty much anybody that you see is cut will be somebody that you ultimately would be like, yeah. If I had to put my finger on it and start pointing in a direction, simply due to the massive amounts of people on the roster, you're looking at probably maybe a running back or a running back or an inside linebacker. Because there's not really any DBs they can afford to cut. That would be a surprise. The defensive linemen are.
Sorry about that.
The defensive linemen are, with the exception of Bilal Nichols and probably maybe Hankins and the 2 rookies. If you were to cut any of those other guys, still wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If you were to cut anybody on the offensive, I guess the only person that would be a surprise cut to me would be. I don't have one.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. It's really hard to say this year. I don't think Darren Butler's going to get cut. I think Darren Butler, with the amount of the hits they had with the linebackers with injuries and his performance that he's been able to display to the staff, and then you're playing under your former defensive coordinator who was also your linebackers coach, that plays a big favor in your hat. So we have to see what he can do as a special teamer. And then you also got to remember, once he gets out there, the other thing they're going to be looking for is, okay, have you worked on shed blocking? Have you worked on your problems with over pursuit? But overall, I do like Darren Butler to be on this team. Darren Butler actually reminds me of what they're going to be trying to use with Abram. Move him around. He's not just going to be inside. He will be on the outside. They're going to basically use him to his advantage of what he did at Arizona State. And I'm also going to say, if he can stay healthy, if this guy can stay healthy, Curtis Bolton III, I'd say keep an eye on him.
To rather have over aggressive than not aggressive enough.
But you got to remember, you can be over aggressive and not smart. And the problem that I went back and looked at the all 22 tapes with Darian Butler. when he over pursues, he will take himself out of play. And that was one thing that was concerning with me. But overall, you see a lot. I mean, that's the thing. You're going to see a lot of the good and the bad with certain players, but I think he can overcome it. Maybe put on a couple more pounds, but and I think that's what hurt his draft stock. You look at a linebacker that's about 5'10", weighing about 220, 221. If I'm an O lineman, I'm running right through him. But because of the quickness he has coming off the line of scrimmage, it plays an advantage for him. He just needs to make sure that you got it timed right, homie. That's it.
That's it. But say Graham, we have to understand Graham is a genius when it comes to X's and O's. One of the things he'll do is he'll talk down on himself about what he's gonna do and how it's not gonna be revolutionary, how it's still basic football and X's and O's and either single high or two high. That's really what a defense boils down to. But that's what he's telling you. This man has got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve, and what he doesn't have up his sleeve, there's Rob Ryan, who's behind the scenes, have we even seen Rob this offseason?
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the podium, has he?
No, but he's been out there.
He's been out there?
If you spot a belly out there, that's Rob.
And the flowing mane.
If you can't spot that man's belly out there, it doesn't look as crazy as it used to, but you can spot him out there.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be looking at that for a while, breaking it down, because it's not just one system. It's a true multiple system that really emphasizes the weaknesses of the opponents that it plays. So it's not just that you got to scout the Raiders' defense and what he's done. Then you got to scout the other team's offense and see that what it really breaks down to is how they respond against the 3 or 4 man front, and what kind of coverage disguises really defeats what they're trying to do.
I mean, that's all it really is.
Yeah. Come out with 3 high like that Iowa team in college. Why wouldn't he? You're in the AFC West, which is a pass happy division. Now today the Broncos lost Patrick. Was it Patrick Graham? No, Tim Patrick. Excuse me.
Yeah, Tim Patrick. Yeah.
Tim Patrick.
So I mean, what's the best way of putting this? And I pull it up. I know everybody's gonna be like, well, why are we so concerned? I mean, you want to know who you're dealing with going down the season stretch, you know? Always know all 31 teams. Know your opponents. Everyone is your opponent.
SBG, we've played that. We played that card before. Cleve bulked up and dominated. Problem is not the upper body strength; it's the lower body. So there's not enough explosion at this level, and not enough leg drive to successfully push the tackles or guards back. When you saw him have his couple plays against the Jets, he was able to do it with his patented swim move, which is what made him a lot of money at Clemson. That attacking them shoulders and hitting those swim moves was how he got paid.
Yeah, who they got on that receiving core? You got they got Seth Williams. Oh, you lost
all of it, Tristan. All of that, which makes it that much better. I like it. If you can surprise me, if you can surprise us, you definitely surprising the other team. And when they don't know what you're doing, it makes playing offense very difficult. So
they got a lot of young guys on this offense. I mean, at wide receiver. I mean, look, KJ Hamler can stay healthy, but I mean, you got Jerry Jeudy. Tim Patrick was your guy.
I got Cortland Sutton, or is it Cam? It's Cam Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, yeah.
Cortland.
But
Cam is in
Tim
Pittsburgh.
Patrick was sticking out more. But yeah, you got Judy and Sutton, and then you try to use Hamler in the slot, and they're also going to try to utilize Seth Williams a little bit. I mean, but look, overall, I still look at that O-line and I still say they still Billy Bitch Cakes. Now, the one thing I am pissed off about is this. Oh, hell no. You know what? I'm not
Did
worried.
the depth chart show where we are thin?
No.
Yes.
It was something that caught my eye. I was just like, yeah.
No, you could take that depth chart, you can roll it up, you can throw it in your fireplace and use it as a fire starter, bro.
Yeah. My only thing is this. You come in, you have what? Offensive. I mean, well, this is what first of all, you got a new head coach, and then you got a guy that's defensive coordinator now that has never been a defensive coordinator.
And offensive coordinator with a year under his belt and a new quarterback.
There's a lot of
superior quarterback.
Again,
what he had previously.
There's a lot of mysteries with that team. And yeah, now he got them Ricky Dudley hands covered in butter popcorn.
Dipped in butter.
Dipped in butter, dipped in butter. Dipped in butter. Just saying.
I see you, Tristan.
Yeah, he is fast from out of Appalachian State. But again,
but
y'all still got to make it out of preseason. Everybody still got to make it out of preseason without having that big ass boo boo. All right. I mean, that's the whole key. That's why you see some teams say, I'm going to be smart and not play this guy because I already know what I got in him. So I'm not going to play him out there. Or I play him one series and get him the hell out. Some of these teams like, no, we're going to ride this through. It's still a dress rehearsal. We're still going to ride this through to the third quarter. Oh, my starting running back just tore his ACL.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying. Yeah, the media is choking on a lot of glizzies for the Chargers. Huh. Choking on glizzies for a team that likes to choke. Ain't that a coincidence?
Thursday can't come soon enough.
Man, shit. Feels good. I might just stand outside and get a Nick Cage wig and just stand in, let the breeze hit me and be like, football's back, honey. The Raiders and Patriots joint practice, I think that will be the one where we see them just really going at it. Mm-hmm. And come that last preseason game, man, I don't even think we even see any of our guys. No. I think we see whoever's like your twos and your threes, and that's it. Or whoever's left trying to make the roster. But other than that, I mean, I think the staff, like I said, this front office is highly intelligent. They've seen the mistakes, the past mistakes they've made. They're not going to do that again. We want to make sure these guys stay healthy and they're ready for week 1 against
The Chargers.
No, the chokers.
The bitches. We can call them a wide variety of things.
I mean, we can call them what they want. I mean, call it as it is. If it choked like a bitch, it must be a bitch. But again, Phil, I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Again, like I said from earlier, everybody's so worried about some of these injuries. Do not worry. Waller will be fine. Jones will be fine as well.
Yes.
Yasin and Averett, it was the same with them. They're fine.
Yes, you've all the major injuries are the ones that you've already heard about. It's funny, and I'm going to tell you guys once again. I feel like I'm saying this every show. All you got to do is listen to what they tell you. There's no hidden meaning. There's no double entendre. None of that. It is straightforward. Said they don't have time to play games because they're too busy trying to win championships. There's no cuteness here because they're too busy trying to win championships. We're not doing shit. Why? Because we're trying to win championships. And you can't win championships doing stupid shit, being cute for no reason, and worried about proving to the media that you're the smartest guy in the room.
That's pretty much it. I be telling folks, hey, everybody want to be like, oh, it's more meaning to this. No, we're not dealing with paranoid John Gruden anymore, okay?
No.
But again, do not read into this whole unofficial depth chart, all right? Because again, me just watching everybody get overwhelmed by it, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to laugh. I'm going to laugh to the point where I'm like, you honestly think this is the depth chart? No, it's not. Relax. We're going to be all right. Okay? We're going to be all right, okay?
I promise you.
I'm going to say it one more time. We're going to be all right. Derek?
I promise you.
If I said it, Derek Carr said it, Philip Robinson has said it, we're going to be all right. I promise you. He promised you.
I promise you.
He damn sure promised you.
That's all there is to it.
I'm Jones. This is Robinson. A motherfucker got work tomorrow. And this is the Unfiltered Truth. Subscribe to us, baby. We out.